We're coming close to Mothering Sunday, when we focus not just on biological mothers, but on the people who've been like mothers to us. Women and men, fathers and aunts and grandparents, and those not related by blood. The Bible introduces us to lots of different mothers, the stories of numerous mothers, good mothers, not so good mothers, loving mothers and harsh mothers, wise mothers and foolish mothers, happy mothers and suffering mothers. There is no one mould for mothers, just as there is no one mould for humanity. In the thoughts that follow, I want to offer a Mothering Sunday flower to several biblical mothers, who may serve as types to remind us of the same joy and pain that mothers of today experience. As we listen to these stories, let us remember the important mother figures in our own lives. So the first flower is for the story of Eve. Eve in her story says to us, "I am Eve. My son Cain killed his brother, Abel, because he was jealous." And so we remember mothers whose families are torn apart by jealousy, by fighting and misunderstanding. Our second flower is for Sarah. In her story, Sarah says to us, "I am Sarah. I was an old woman when I gave birth to my son Isaac." We remember mothers who are older, but who still bear the responsibility of raising children and grandchildren. Our third flower is for Rebecca. Rebecca in her story says to us, "I am Rebecca. I helped my favourite son, Jacob, to trick his brother Esau out of his birthright." And so we remember mothers who mean well, but who are human and make mistakes. Our fourth flower is for the unnamed, Moses' mother. She says to us, "I hid my child so that he would not be taken by government authorities." Her story reminds us of mothers whose children are taken from them. Our fifth flower is for the Egyptian princess. In her story, she says to us, "I am Pharaoh's daughter. I found a baby in a basket and adopted him, raising him as my own child." We remember mothers who've adopted children and mothers who've had their children adopted. Our sixth flower is for Hannah. In her story, Hannah says to us, "I am Hannah, the mother of Samuel. I was one of many women who had difficulty becoming a mother." We remember mothers who, after many disappointments, are finally successful in being able to conceive and to give birth to a child. Our seventh flower is for the mother of David. In her story, she says to us, "I am the mother of David. I watched as my son grew from being a shepherd boy to become a great king." We remember mothers who rejoice in the achievements of their children. Our eighth flower is for the widow of Zarephath. In her story, she says to us, "I am the widow of Zarephath. When my bowl of flour and oil is gone, the child and I will die, because our land is gripped by famine." We remember mothers who watch their children suffer and die from malnutrition because of famine, drought, flood, or war. Our ninth flower is for the story of the mothers of Bethlehem. I am one of the mothers from Bethlehem. In my story, King Herod's soldiers murdered our children for no reason. We remember children who are lost to their mothers, mothers whose children are tortured and murdered by soldiers and militia for political reasons. Our next flower is for a mother of Salem. She says to us, "I am a mother of Salem, and I wanted to take my child to meet Jesus, but his disciples said not to bother him." We remember mothers who would like their children to be part of Jesus' family of the church, but who are discouraged by some of us modern-day disciples who find children difficult. Our next flower is for the Syrophoenician woman. In her story, she says to us, "I'm the Syrophoenician woman. I pestered Jesus to cure my daughter who was very ill." We remember all those mothers whose children are sick or disabled. Our next flower is for the widow at Nain. She says to us, "I am the widow at Nain. Jesus raised my son from the dead so that I would not be left destitute." We remember mothers who raise their children alone. Our next flower is for the mother of James and John. "I am the mother of James and John. I asked Jesus if they could have a special place next to him in the kingdom." We remember mothers who believe that children can do no wrong and deserve special treatment. Our next flower is for Mary. "I am Mary. I watched my child suffer and die on a cross." We remember all mothers who watch their children suffer and die. Our next flower is for the childless woman. "I am one of many nameless women who was not able to be a mother, even though I would have liked it very much." We remember women who, because of various circumstances, are unable to become mothers. Our next flower is for Lois. She says to us, "I am Lois. Eunice and I taught Timothy, our son and grandson, about Jesus." We remember mothers who pass on faith. Our next flower is for everyone. This is for all those who feel left out, who may not feel that they have a place in any of the above groups, and especially for those who by deliberate choice do not have children. We remember all in their chosen callings. May we learn from each other about God. Now I wonder, which, if any, of these biblical figures do you identify with? What are your experiences of mothering, of nurturing and caring for others, or of demonstrating fierce, strong mother love? There are different ways of being a mother. When have you experienced someone else being like God the mother to you, intervening in your life to offer you nurture and care, or intervening in your life in a strong mother kind of way? And to whom might God be calling you to reach out with a nurturing and caring spirit, or to reach out with strong mother love? As we reflect on mothers, on those who have mothered and cared for us and for others, then if you have a candle with you now, you might want to light it to celebrate someone who's been like a mother. Or you might want to use it as a symbol of forgiveness to someone who did not handle the task of mothering or caring well. Or you might want to light the candle for yourself, asking God to strengthen and guide you as a mothering and caring figure, or to remember someone who is in need of receiving love and care and support. If you wish, pray with me. God, our Father and our Mother, our Creator and our Carer, we thank you for nurturing and protecting and surrounding us with strong love like a mother. On this Sunday especially, we thank you for mothers and for all people, women and men, who nurture and care for others and who show mother-like strength. We thank you for those who have mothered us in the best sense of the word, those who have seen the best in us, who have seen us with their heart as well as with their eyes. We pray too for those who have been challenged as mothers and by mothers. Hold them closely in your love. Show us all how to see not only with our eyes, but with our hearts. Amen.